how do we fix this country? There's only one solution. There's only one. An alcoholic has to admit that they're an alcoholic. When they go to a meeting, they say, "Hi, my name is Paul. I'm an alcoholic." White people aren't willing to do that. "Hi, my name is Paul. White supremacy is the problem." My name is Paul. White people are the problem with this country. And too many white people are unwilling to say that. When you look at this country and you say, "We're the best of the best, we're a Christian nation, we're a shining beacon on the hill." Was it when 1.4 million black people died on the Middle Passage, or when 16,000 died on the Trail of Tears, or when 250 died on Wounded Knee, or when almost 8,000 were murdered, in front of churches at 11 a.m. when white people took pictures? Was it the 3/5 clause? Was it in Charleston when slave owners would pay the city a bill and they would pay a price for shackling black people? And they would pay an extra fee to put salt in their wounds after they beat them? Was that the Christian nation? We have never and never should be a Christian nation, and I say that being named after the Apostle Paul. You have the right to live your life the way you want, but white people don't see it that way because we've been the slave owners. We have fought and defended the white male patriarchy since 1619 and probably before. We're the problem with this damn country. That's too bad if you don't like to hear it. The truth hurts sometimes. And white people cannot say that because they want to stay comfortable in their privilege. That's the only way we fix this, is for more people that look like me to have this conversation. And you know what? Not just have this conversation, but be willing to take the lumps, to lose friendships, to lose business. You have to be willing to be uncomfortable and suffer for standing on business. John Lewis did. Jesus stood on business. Look what happened to him. Look what happened to Abraham Lincoln. Look what happened to Martin Luther King. Look what happened to Colin Kaepernick. Those people stood on business. They stood for what was right. And too many of you stand for what is white. I've lost family because of this. And you know what? I don't give a damn. Because I'm not going to sit down with somebody and look him at the eye and smile and say, "Hey, kumbaya," when you voted for a child molester, a rapist, a felon who led to an insurrection that murdered 5 officers on January 6th. I'm sorry, you do not get a free pass. And too many of you watching this video that look like me are unwilling to stand on business and say, "I've had enough of this." You're on the wrong side of history because you couldn't vote for the black woman. That the white man who molests little children on Epstein Island convinced you that the brown people coming from Mexico that bust their ass, that are hard, good-working people, are raping fetuses inside of women, and they're stealing your jobs, and they're destroying America, and they're doing drag show readings. It's bullshit. It's white propaganda, just like Lincoln Riley, the white girl that was the victim of a school shooting, and they picked her out of 41,000 because a brown person from Mexico did it. The Somalian daycare. Oh, the non-white people are doing something bad. Oh, look, the summer of love. And this is what white people do. They find a way to shift themselves to be the white victim, when the only demographic in this racist country has been white people that haven't been oppressed. Until white people are willing to be uncomfortable and have this conversation on the right and the left, we will never fix what's wrong with this country. It doesn't matter if a Democrat or Republican win the midterms or in 28. It doesn't matter. We have kicked the can down the road, election after election after election after election. And we refuse to admit the demon in the room: white supremacy. And until we accept that part of this country was triggered by a black man in the White House instead of out in the fields picking their cotton, that they want the outside of the White House to look like the inside, we will never progress as a country. I cannot make it more simpler than that. We are the problem. If you don't like it, then too damn bad. Then stop looking in the mirror, because you're the problem. White people care more about symbols of nationalism, flags and bald eagles and freedom and guns, but you don't care if your gun murders people. You voted for a pedophile who pardoned 1,500 white people, but somehow a black man kneeling before the flag is a son of a bitch, and he's a traitor to this country. Somehow a racist podcaster that's the victim of a school shooting gets treated like Jesus Christ, who says the white replacement theory. But Ahmaud Arbery, who's chased down by 3 racist MAGA white men, thoughts and prayers, there's just nothing we can do. It's always been about white supremacy. When are we going to wake up and have this conversation? Here's my channel. I just started a podcast. You want to have that conversation? Let me know. But this is not about left or right. You can be on the white side of history or on the right side of history. I've chosen my side. When are more of you white people going to pick the right side? Have a good day.